Hey everybody, welcome to the final part of the Resident Evil 1 Remake Commentary Lollapalooza extravaganza.
That's a lot of subtitles, but okay.
Yeah, I know.
It's a subtitle worthy of Capcom. So yeah.
Turbo.
HD remix.
Is it just me, or am I slowly over the years morphing into Jeff Goldblum?
Hey, there are worse things you could have been morphing into, so I'd take it.
What do we become when we're so tired? Because everyone's voice goes an octave lower.
I just
when you're
stop
exhausted.
functioning is the thing. If
That's something Robo-Ted would say.
if you go back and you watch the Platformania playthrough where we did Super Mario Galaxy, I played that game literally all night because we had done a donation incentive for 100%, and
Okay.
I am basically an inarticulate, incomprehensible mess by the end of the game. Fun fact: the end of that playthrough, I was by myself because everybody else was too tired and went to bed. And by the time I was getting the last stars, Clement had just woken up and joined me for the last 2 or 3. So that was that was fun. But yeah. I stop making sense. That's what happens to me when I get tired.
I like how there's a text examining thing to tell you that in order to operate the elevator, you need to use the panel on the side of the elevator.
You think this is a door? Yes, it is.
Well,
No, it's an elevator.
glad you're okay.
I'm glad you're okay.
No more following. Just stay with me, kid.
That's my plan, sir.
I can use you as a good wall. You're like 3 times bigger than me.
It's so weird watching Rebecca play the part of rookie police officer in cowgirl garb.
I'll introduce you to my Kohai Leon from the police department down the road. What?
So I know the voice acting is much, much better than it was in earlier games, but it's still a little not
a little
great.
off at times, yeah.
Yeah. Because the game, I think, among everything else, never loses its, B horror roots.
So you've come.
And that's good. It just pulls it off in a way that is easier to take seriously now.
Yeah.
Thanks. Since when, Wesker?
Wait, Wesker, you were evil the whole time?
Great idea.
All right, I'm aiming at Rebecca because the bullet just might bounce off you, if I'm being honest.
I think you're a bit confused.
You should have kept the sunglasses on, Chris.
They're so stylish, right?
Yeah. Maybe we could have been
You
partners.
can't actually see his eyes under the shades, though.
It's so
Yeah.
weird to see Wesker with normal eyes.
What gave him the freaky
5.
magic eyes 5? Okay. When he
Alright,
wanted to
well, no,
globally-
it was
No,
it was
no,
afterwards.
Code Veronica,
Code
Code
Veronica
Veronica.
that first, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Killed them with your own dirty hands. You son of a bitch.
Actually, I killed him with my gun.
Oh, yeah.
Which you fired
Just,
with your
uh,
hands.
Just like this.
Don't move. You.
What you say?
Who keeps playing that every time I fire the gun?
There's a speaker on it, sir.
Who put it there?
Probably George Trevor, actually.
My question is, why did he shoot Rebecca? What was the point?
Not only that, I mean, even with the default, it really doesn't make any sense with the default costume because she's clearly wearing a vest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he shot Rebecca because he wants the Tyrant to get battle data, and it's better to get that against an actual trained cop rather than rookie, 5'3".
Yeah, but why not just straight
girl.
up kill Rebecca?
Little does he know, Rebecca is a seasoned veteran at 1v1ing tyrants when she isn't shot and bleeding out on the floor anyway. So he
Wesker
probably,
knew that and got rid of the threat.
He
The
probably,
ultimate life form, Tyrant, into the next one is the tube with Shadow in it.
You've become senile.
Oh, this is something they changed though from the original game, which I miss because it makes Wesker sound like a whiny bitch. Because Wesker unveils the Tyrant and Chris laughs, and then Wesker is more confused and he tells Chris like, "Stop it." Like, I'm serious. Look that cutscene up yourself.
Now, here's the funny thing. This sequence of events is canon to the sequence of events in which Wesker comes back.
Yeah.
So Chris scenario's the canon Resident Evil
The
1 scenario?
most sort of canon-ish one, although in canon it's sort of a mixture of both. But here's the fun thing. The novels...
Jesus Christ!
Well, that was easy.
Wait, who let him get a magnum?
In the case of the novels, though, the canon sequence of events in the games for Resident Evils 1 and 2 is the opposite of what the novels went with.
Oh,
Which-
man.
By complete freaking coincidence. Like Resident Evil 2, it's Claire A, Leon B for the games, but the book portrays Leon A, Claire B, I think.
Yeah. So before you leave here, be sure to search Wesker's body, because you do get something here exclusive to Remake. And this is just a neat little tie-in to Resident Evil 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it explains where the origins of the
The
G-virus.
prototype parasite, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, the prototype parasite was the thing from which both the Tyrant and the G-virus and the Nemesis parasite were derived. It's interesting that parasites were brought into the equation before the Plagas, though. Like, I wonder if they maybe conceptualized Las Plagas as originally being
Well, Resident
tied
Evil
to
4
the-
was clearly in some form of production around this point.
Well, yeah, I know, but a different kind of production that involved ghosts and hallucinations.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I wonder if they conceptualized the parasites as being tied to the T virus or progenitor virus originally, and then just decided fuck it. Because I know at one point Resident Evil 4's beta teasers were actually showing off that the story would involve the progenitor virus, which is something they decided to put on the shelf until 5. And then didn't really do much with it in 5, come to that.
Chris?
What is it?
You're huge!
File in the lab.
Thank you for noticing.
Tyrant virus here.
How did you get so buff in 2 days? That can't be healthy. As your medical advisor, I must tell you to take a 10-minute rest right now. But the self-destructive sequence, 10 minutes resting now.
On the outside.
Outside.
Yes, Mom.
Anyway, I think, well, I'm not sure about the remake, but I think in the original you have to actually make sure Rebecca gets to the end to fight the Tyrant up on the roof.
In order to get the good ending.
Yeah.
Well, it's no matter what. I think you fight the Tyrant alone in the original game. Remake adds the partner. Because you remember, in RE1 original, when I fought the Tyrant with Jill, Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something Remake adds, which makes more sense because, where the fuck does Rebecca and Barry go? At the end of RE1.
Alert.
So at this point, have we even found Jill yet?
You have to wait until this sequence right here.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't get to the room where she's trapped until you, A, insert the MO discs into the consoles, and B, trigger the self-destruct sequence so that all the doors unlock.
So you can do everything
you can
right.
find. I tell a lie. You can find Jill, and talk
just
to her
can't
through
do
the
anything.
door. You just can't release her because the MO discs unlock the detention area.
So if
But-
you read the MO discs, do you automatically free Jill, or can you do everything right and then forget to release her from the room?
You can
Yeah.
forget to release her.
You can forget it.
Man,
like I'm forgetting something.
Everything turned out okay, right, Rebecca? Right, Jill? Jill?
You know, this is a sequence where I would legitimately feel bad for forgetting to do the thing, though, because just thinking of the other playable character in this situation where they're locked in a room while the place is self-destructing with this blaring alarm. Yeah, this is like.
It's
sounds like
okay, Chris. Chris.
That is a bad way to go.
Okay, Chris, this isn't funny anymore. Come on.
Of course, Jill could have opened the door.
She is the master of unlocking.
That's a good point.
You're okay.
Chris, it's
How do you
Wesker.
unlock an unlocked door?
I know.
Chris,
Let's get out.
what happened out there? You're
What?
huge.
How long have I been out?
Yeah.
About 2 hours. Let's go. What?
I got a great workout routine, Jill. I'll show you
Yeah,
sometime.
it's called the Stairmaster.
Are
Chris?
you okay, Chris?
It's faster.
I think I'll just do this the normal way, thanks.
It's even better when you use your heelys. Come on.
Let's get going.
Yeah, so there. If do keep remember, do mind the doors, because if you go like the roundabout way, you will have to deal with chimeras.
I mean, you have the Magnum, so whatever, but...
I'd rather not waste them on this point, though, because I'm never coming back here again.
Well, you're
Yeah.
at the very end of the game, so.
Ooh, weed.
Symphony of the Night jitter is just... You just want to suck all the tension out of this game, don't you?
I would recommend you don't watch speedruns then.
Yeah,
it's
they do it way
it's
better than
much
Josh doing
worse.
it. They're just like in their standard standing in
Yeah, it's like
standing
if
pose, and
you
they
d-
just zoom up the stairs.
If you do it perfectly, you're sliding on the stairs.
Basically, yes, you must go now. His planet needs you.
So is the alarm supposed to be like a church bell or something?
No, it's just a-
it's kind of a blare.
Yeah, it's a blaring.
It sounds
horn.
like a church bell to me.
I don't know what church bells you've been listening to.
Brad, you piece of shit.
I'm glad you turn into a zombie in a few hours.
Oh,
Hours?
is this the
Sorry, days.
so
Weeks.
this
No,
Months.
yeah, it's months. Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was shorter than that.
No, that would suck.
well, I mean, it sucks already for him. He turns into a zombie.
Also, this is another thing that Remake changes for the better. Big things like the flamethrower and the rocket launcher only take one space of inventory now instead of just two.
Yeah.
Oh, they do that. Oh, okay. So it's one of those instances where the weird.
I could tell, Rebecca.
Brad's up in the helicopter.
Those things are coming.
It's so weird
I'll take
seeing
care of them.
Jill just
Chris,
in normal
you just
ass
get in contact with Brad
clothes
somehow.
that actually
Okay.
fitting for the situation. Since I'm used to seeing her in the tube top from the last playthrough, and everybody else is wearing stupid crap, so it just feels wrong.
I'm the only one here who came prepared. But I'm wearing an army vest. I'm the only one here who came prepared. You picked that up from the closet. Don't deny it.
Does Jill have her Resident Evil 1 alt outfit in this game?
Oh, that is her
No.
Resident Evil 1 out. Oh, her old alt outfit. No, that's not.
The black shirt with the jeans? No, I don't think it's in this
Nah,
game.
the only casual wear she has is I think she has an army outfit and like a different army outfit that doesn't have armor, like tank top and stuff. And she has her Resi 3 outfit, which is tactical gear.
Okay.
I suppose.
Fireworks! Yay!
Chris!
You okay?
Yes, I'm Chris.
That's my name.
Whatever happened to ladies first?
I use my Magnum in everything.
Oh,
That's a lot of blood.
Jesus.
So is that supposed to be the same Tyrant or a different one?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Okay.
Oh, it's funny you mention that, actually, because the Sega Saturn version
Oh!
of Resident Evil 1 makes you fight two tyrants.
Wait, what?
Yeah. In the Saturn version of the original RE1, after you beat the first tyrant in the lab, a second one materializes from the tube, and you have to fight it again.
Ow.
Why? Where?
Saturn exclusivity?
That's not
Next-
exclusivity.
next-
That's
Next, you'll tell me you'll fight Cutman after you beat the other.
No. But it does. Resident Evil 1 on the Saturn did introduce what will later become Mercenaries. It's called Battle Mode. And in that mode, you can fight a zombie Wesker and a special gold tyrant. Ow.
It's a good
You're-
thing I'm huge.
You're making this boss seem a lot harder than it is.
Well, you gotta pump it enough. You gotta pump it with enough ammo.
Yeah, you also gotta dodge it when it swings its arm at you.
Well, it's dead now.
Can you?
Oh, good.
Could you theoretically walk into this fight with no weapons if you put them in a box beforehand?
Yes.
Okay, what happens if you do that?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You
I
should
think
try
the
it.
rocket launcher may be on a timer. In any case, it's time to one-hit kill the tyrant. Huzzah!
Bitch, please.
As I was saying, it's time to one-hit kill the tyrant.
Yeah, remake brought in the chance that the tyrant could swap the rocket away.
It's a very small chance, so it doesn't really...
Yeah, first try.
Yeah. Also, Rebecca can die there if she gets mauled, and that's
the
no
bad
bueno.
ending.
Well, that's a ending, because you still rescue Jill.
Is there a difference between the endings if Rebecca dies there versus dies somewhere else in the game?
Not really, because all we have for the ending is this Jurassic Park, we're flying into the sunset sequence.
Yeah, and we blow up the island.
They do blow up the island in the book.
Oh.
The military bombs the shit out of it. I'm serious. Which is
And now,
probably what the-
Chris is deflated in the helicopter.
I'm not kidding. This is literally Jurassic Park's ending. Just need to look out the window and see some storks flying away. Storks? No storks.
Zombie storks.
Storks denied.
And the day is
Yay.
saved.
The ocean's looking a lot like trees. I like this credits sequence, though. I mean, it's not quite as good as the newspaper scroll from 7, but I do like a good credit sequence.
I enjoy the Resident Evil 4 credits too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little backstory for the village. Also, you can tell this is a FMV
Yeah.
because the
It's pre-recorded.
video is quite blurry.
Oh, yeah. They show scenes from both stories in the credits, though, so you kind of get spoilers for the game you didn't play.
Yeah. Agreed, though. I think this is probably the best classic Resident Evil game.
I still, I mean, it's up there with 2 because I love 2. Like, I when I'm in the mood, I can go back and play 2, no problem.
Why did the credits show her in an alternate costume?
Yeah.
Yeah, just maybe saying.
What about 2 do you like more than this one, John?
Well, not so much what I like more, it's just that what I like just as much.
Okay.
Because structurally, I love Resident Evil 2's. I love the police station. I love how it ties into the sewer. I like the laboratory. I like the boss fights are still kind of a problem, especially the Birkin battles. But you guys know that I'm a pretty big stickler for pace,
Yeah.
and I think Resident Evil 2 has a phenomenal pace.
Yeah, it does. It kind of
it does
sacrifices
not-
some of the exploration value in return for that, but it
Yeah.
does a damn
And
good
it's
job.
not as scary, if that's what you're into for like Resident Evil at all. But just in terms of going from one place to another, while being a perfect blend of survival horror and puzzle elements, I think 2 gets that perfectly. But remake does that too, and it looks better.
Remake also has like years upon years of. Oh, speaking of pacing, but Remake also has years upon years of improvements to the formula to build upon. So it's technically the better game between the two, but preferences can make allowances for time frame.
I would say 2 beats out Remake just slightly because of the rock out credit sequence. That does not belong in the game at all.
I'd say like the most interesting thing about 2, which we'll see when we get to it, is the scenario A, scenario B thing and what that does for the replay value, which unfortunately 1 never had. And I'm still crossing my fingers and hoping Remake 2 does something with it, even if they don't necessarily connect your playthroughs in a way that affects each other.
I
think they confirmed that the scenario thing is not in Remake 2.
What they confirmed was that the zapping system, which is a weird name for it, wasn't
Zap.
in Remake 2. But that I interpreted it as being more about the way you could take an item, for example, in one scenario, or activate a switch in one scenario, and it would be active in the other, or you wouldn't be able to use it again in the other, depending. Which was honestly something Resi 2 did very sparsely, but it was an interesting idea. I'm not sure what they're doing for the scenarios though, because up until now, Capcom's official line has been the canon storyline for Resident Evil 2 is Claire A, Leon B. But what we've seen so far has been Claire A and Leon.
B.
No, Leon A.
You just-
no, Leon A. Claire B. You know what? I can't even. I can't even.
We know the canon
figure.
scenario is Claire A, Leon B. But
I
what the
can't
trailers
even-
have shown us is Claire A, Leon B.
I can't even.
Well, I guess nothing
can't-
changed after
I can't
all.
even. I can't even. What I was saying is, I can't even tell which Claire they're using, but they're definitely going with Leon A. Because
It's
you know,
Claire in the trailer. It's Claire that runs into Mr. X, which only happens in the B scenario.
Does he do
Yeah.
that? Does he make her join a robot tournament?
But
No,
Okay.
we've also only seen a Birkin fight with Claire. So
that's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, they both fight Birkin.
Yeah, they both fight
in-
different forms of Birkin, but
Well,
um,
regardless, we'll have to see then, really.
Yeah.
we will. Yeah, but the fact that they showed off scenarios that are contrary to what I thought we were going to see if they only did one, it makes me think that we might see variations on it. In any
Indeed.
case, we'll see.
Yeah.
I suppose.
We'll see you later. But we're doing 7 next, right?
Yep.
Okay. Then we'll see you guys for Resident Evil 7.
I hope you're all psyched to see the adventures of Faceless McNobody,
That's a really weird name.
who stumbles into the Resident Evil franchise half-assed for no reason.